So the GPS said there's road closure in the front to take this exit. So I was on this highway. I took this exit. So you follow the GPS and you trust it, and you go down this ramp, and yeah. Sometimes the GPS is not as accurate as you think. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit technical, not for just the regular folks, but people who are driving trucks. So basically what happened is, when I took the truck and I was about to hook up the trailer was parked in such a way that the support arms were extended too much and the trailer was too high, and it was on a ramp, a little bit like a ramp. So when I started backing my truck up, the fifth wheel was not actually in contact with the trailer. As you can see how you see how it's in contact with the fifth wheel. It wasn't in contact with the fifth wheel. So when I started backing it up, the Kingpin actually did not go inside the slot, but instead it actually rode on top and jumped the fifth wheel and ended up in front of the fifth wheel, which was kind of good thing I wasn't going too fast, because when I started backing up, I saw that the trailer didn't stop, and I didn't hear the click that I'm supposed to hear, and it kept going forward, and I was like, whoa, that's not right. When I came outside, I saw the fifth wheel was in front of the Kingpin was in front of the fifth wheel. Now the problem with that is, if I back up, I can't go anywhere because there's a trailer, and if I go front, can't go anywhere because the Kingpin is in front of the fifth wheel, and it hits the fifth wheel and the trailer can't go anywhere. So then you get stuck. Okay, now what I did to get out of this situation is I backed up the trailer slightly so that Kingpin was not touching the fifth wheel. Then I went ahead and went to my truck and reduced the height of the back wheel. So let go the air in the airbags in the back, which caused the tractor to go down. Once it went down, I physically moved the fifth wheel forward so that the Kingpin would be in front on top. And then once this whole tractor thing was lowered, I slowly moved it forward, but it still wouldn't go. So then it was still stuck. So then what I did is I hooked up the air lines, and when I hooked up the air lines, I released the brake pressure. When I put pressure in the brakes, which caused the back of the trailer to raise, which gave me a little bit more leeway to actually turn the supports up a little bit. So by turning the supports up, the trailer went down a little bit. Okay, since the trailer went down, after I took my tractor out of the way, I brought the trailer down enough so that the Kingpin would engage, and then I slowly backed it up and locked the trailer with the tractor. So this is how I basically got out. You might get into a situation that the Kingpin jumps the fifth wheel, and this is how you can get out of it, because I got super nervous, like, okay, there was nobody there, there was no yard jockey or anybody, and so how am I supposed to take the trailer? And now the trailer was stuck. So for anybody who goes into that situation, that might be a way to do it. You try to do it by lowering the truck in the back so you can clear the Kingpin. Of course, this is a little bit technical. People who are driving, who are new truck drivers, will relate to it. That might help them in a situation where they're by themselves and there's nobody else. But yeah, this is not for just the regular everyday people. All right, guys.